What's going on, everyone? Charlie here. Hope you're all doing well. Have a little update for you regarding AMC and HYMC stock. If you don't remember, or if a lot of you are not aware, AMC did take a rather large stake in HYMC in 2022, which is a mining holding company. I know, an odd match for a movie theater. However, there is some relevant news to go over, and this is an aspect of the AMC ticker that I don't see a lot of people covering, but it is relevant in this instance. So let's go ahead and go over this and take a look. So, Hycroft Mining. We're going to look at the impact, latest achievements, and revenue implications for the upcoming earnings announcement scheduled for the 7th of this month for AMC. And I believe HYMC also reports earnings as well within the same week. So, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. So, a quick overview. They're located in Nevada. They're gold and silver deposits. The history: ceased oxide heap leach operations December 2022, shifting to sulfide milling instead. Permits and infrastructure: crushing plants, leach pads, Merrill-Crowe circuits in place. Resources: 10.6 ounces of gold measured and indicated. So the measured is 10.6 and the indicated is 360.7 million ounces of gold. So 2024 exploration highlights. High-grade discoveries took place, 21.2 million at 2357.9. They had expanded drilling and new targets for surface oxide silver at manganese gold veins at Bay Satellite Zone. Operations, safety, regulatory milestones. You know, some of you may not care about this, but they have 0 recorded injuries in 2024. Certificate of Achievement from the Nevada Mining Association Safety Award, their ESG commended reclamation efforts, and then index inclusion for still active global silver miners total return index. This happened in May 2024. Technical development and infrastructure, sulfide processing. We have tailings capacity, geophysics, feasibility report. Those of you into mining may be more interested in this kind of stuff. Financial position is similar to that of AMC. They're dealing with a lot of debt. However, the future outlook is looking good for the company. They have done a recent offering Q1 2025 to raise up to 21.3 million more in revenue. So, AMC's entertainment's stake in Hycroft. So, in March 2022, they invested 27.9 million in HYMC shares plus 23.4 million in warrants. The ownership boasts around 21.8% post-close, right to appoint board of directors. So AMC actually had the right to appoint a board of director to the board of HYMC, and then the strategic goal is to diversify AMC assets and create shareholder value. Now, implications of this on the stock gains for AMC. So share price rise increases if HYMC goes up. The value of AMC's $23.4 million share stake also goes up. The warrant leverage in the money warrants at 1.07 could net 45 million profit. Strategic flexibility, options to sell or hold shares for long-term upside. Retail sentiment, obviously positive HYMC news can enhance AMC's meme stock narrative, if you want to call it that. At this point, I don't really think it's a meme stock, it's more of a value investment. So, summary of that: the progress in 2024, they had exploration and engineering de-risked for future production. Funding needs, continued capitalization for feasibility and build-out. AMC benefit, direct value creation from HYMC share price appreciation, and Investor Watch would recommend monitoring drill results, technical reports, and commodity prices. Now, this is the recent news. Hycroft Mining has announced significant results. This is as of 3 days ago from its 2024 exploration program at the Hycroft Mine in Nevada. The program revealed multiple high-grade discoveries across 3 key areas. Sorry about that. One of these is at Brimstone. Drilling uncovers some of the best results in the mine's 40-year history, with several intervals exceeding 1,000 GT of silver. The vortex area showed a new high-grade silver trend, with one hole yielding 950 GT of silver and 4.78 of gold. 2 new exploration targets were successfully drilled. The manganese target, located 1 kilometer east of Vortex, revealed oxide mineralization within 120 meters of surface. The bay target, situated 3.1 kilometers from Brimstone, showed high-grade veins with strong potential at depth. The company completed 9,058 meters of drilling and extensive geophysics surveys. Management suggests these high-grade discoveries could potentially serve as a starter mine for their sulfide milling operation, with additional opportunities for a heap leach operation. So this is a pretty significant, feat here that's been accomplished. 40-year drill is very good. Best results in 40 years. So that's something to be said. Now, that being said, also the earnings coming up, and this is the article where you can find this. The earnings coming up is Wednesday, May 7th. Now, the EPS forecast, I firmly believe, is way low, because they have not taken into account the record-breaking box office numbers that have came in. There's been no revision since that occurred. And if we see any kind of increase of the Hycroft, that's going to directly implicate AMC earnings for the upside. So that being said, I know there's a lot of negative media on AMC right now, and there's really not much of a bear case for it, in my opinion. The only thing that's looking troubling for the company is the debt. However, that is being worked on, and it's heading in the right direction. And with all of this potential, there's a lot more reasons to be bullish than bearish, in my personal opinion. Not financial advice, but that is what I have for you, and I felt like this is relevant, so I just wanted to break that down for you. HYMC, big news, historic report that came out 3 days ago, so let's see how that impacts earnings moving into next week, and y'all have a good one.